Welcome, Aries and Aries cross watchers, to your monthly love reading. So, hope you guys have had a wonderful day. And of course, thank you for stopping by my channel. So, we're going to look at the relationship situation between you and then what each of you is thinking, feeling, and intentions towards each other. So, there's three, sorry. We have the Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Seven of Swords. Oh dear. And in Aries heart space. Oh. Aries, I'm kind of getting this feeling, even just from these few cards, that, I mean, obviously you've been through it, right? And, you know, this isn't to discount what you've been through, but it's almost like you seem to be kind of prevailing over it. Whatever happened hasn't jaded you to the point that you have completely given up. It just kind of feels like there's this new, it's almost like a tentative, very cautious step towards something here. And it seems to be coming from like a faith in yourself. Aries intentions. Oh, for heaven, like, are you okay? My goodness. This might sound a little diabolical, but it's just what I'm seeing. From what I'm getting right now, it's almost like it's not that you're not hurting. It just feels like you may be recovering faster than the outside world sees you recovering because you're working on something, because something else is coming to fruition, but it's almost like there's this other situation that's slowly exiting that you are, it's almost like you're going to keep presenting the part of you that is genuinely sad to that situation as it exits, while you build this other thing that actually seems to be, I feel like it's kind of what's keeping you going right now. So, Aries person, what are they thinking about? Holy cow, man. So we have the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords, which talks about loss, regret, and the Two of Swords talks about not being able to see, excuse me, what's in front of you, or sometimes intentionally not. I feel like this person, I'm not trying to be mean about it, okay? I'm just kind of getting this feeling that they want to feel bad about it. It feels like the kind of person that they want to be the victim, even if there's information that would, that could lead them to believe that they're not the victim, that things aren't, sorry, I'm just taking my watch off, that things aren't the way that they thought it would be. Or no, that's not right. That things aren't as bad as they thought. It's almost like, well, they don't want to accept that because they're too busy being the victim. They're too busy in this kind of like, woe is me, oh, so hard, oh no. It's that kind of energy, right? They don't want to accept any information to the contrary, because it's like then they're going to have to keep, it's like then they're not going to get all this sympathy. So in their heart space towards Aries. For God's sakes. Okay. Honestly, your person confuses the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie to you. Sorry, I just forgot the relationship situation. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So, I'm just going to kind of spread this out. Didn't count on this many cards coming out. You may or may not want to hear this. Of course, depending on your situation. Excuse me, I feel like this person, they seem to want a new start here with you. I feel like there is quite a bit of happiness that they find. I was hearing like kind of tied to you, but not with that negative connotation, right? It's almost like this person seems to be a little resentful of the waiting they have to do. Excuse me. It's almost the energy of somebody that um, it's almost like they know that they have to wait, they understand that, but the fact that they have to wait in the first place, they've kind of got their nose up in the air about it. Okay, so we're going to go, excuse me. So the Seven of Swords talks about kind of lies, deceit, someone trying to pull a fast one on somebody else. Aries, I kind of feel like you seem to have some sort of information. It's almost like you have an extra arrow in your quiver, if that's the saying. The Ten of Swords talks about things getting as bad as it can. Ace of Swords talks about kind of like a new beginning, some sort of truth coming in. And then, of course, we have the Seven of Swords here. So I feel like there is a lot going on for you, in your headspace. It doesn't feel necessarily that it's overthinking. It feels more like you're pulling apart um, a rat's nest. Not that you have a rat's nest in there, okay? It just feels like it's almost like there's been so much information that's come your way. It's almost like someone's kind of crammed a bunch of information in there. And I feel like you're trying to kind of like make heads and tails of it. It kind of feels it feels like you're the person that might be doing something sneaky, but wait. It doesn't feel like it's sneaky against anybody. It doesn't feel like it's sneaky like you're taking something from someone else. It actually feels like you're doing something to prepare yourself for something that's coming, but you're doing it on the DL, right? Like there seems to be something, it's almost like you're stacking something up. It could be, just certain information. It just feels like you're kind of categorizing some stuff here to get all your ducks in a row so that if you have to start throwing some, if you have to start throwing arrows at people, that you're ready. It just doesn't feel like you're going to be, it's something that you plan to go on the offense with, but it definitely feels like it's something that you feel you have to have squared away. It's almost, this is kind of what I'm feeling. It's almost like somebody messed you around, and so you want to move on to the next thing. Doesn't mean next person, whatever, but you want to move forward. And it's like, and in order to do that without this, whatever this problem was, rearing its ugly head, you need to be prepared to protect yourself from whatever it is. That's what I'm seeing. Excuse me. Then we have the Fool. What's interesting is that in both of your heart spaces, these are really good cards. I guess they should be more like this. Excuse me. The Fool is about new beginnings and new potential. And of course, the Sun is about, that's kind of the happiest card in the deck. It also talks about illumination. I feel like this person, even if they haven't known you for long or they're not really close to you, they seem to see something in you that it's almost like they've received signs that something's supposed to happen here, something's supposed to, of course, depending on where the two of you are in your connection, it just feels like to them it's fate. And I feel like you are, not that you're spending too much time preparing, right? But it's like you have some other stuff going on right now. And it's almost like even if you are able to see the like, oh, there's a synchronicity, it feels like you are like, yep, that's there and that's there and that's great. But you're still in this kind of preparing mode. It just seems like the synchronicities and the paying, and maybe not even if you've already been seeing them, it's almost like allowing yourself to, you're starting to allow yourself to believe in them, that it means something. So, Aries, what I'm seeing is that you are um, pretty defensive towards this person. I feel like you are, it's almost like you're wearing a cloak of invisibility, but instead of invisibility, it's almost like it's sorrow. But what's peculiar to me, anyway, is it's almost like that sorrow is no longer deep in your bones. You know what I mean? It feels more like um, it's the last little leg of it that's dissipating, if you will. So, then we have your person's headspace. Um, I feel like someone is intentionally ignoring something here. It's almost like, this might sound strange, okay? I feel like this person is intentionally ignoring something, but it's almost like their subconscious is ignoring it, so they're not actively doing it. So it's like their conscious mind genuinely doesn't see it. They might feel that something off, they might feel that something there, that something kind of is a little bit off in this situation, but I feel like they are, it's almost like their subconscious or whatever is kind of protecting them from seeing it right now. I feel like if they did see it, it's almost like they wouldn't do what they need to do in this situation. Not that they'd run for the hills sort of thing, but it just feels like they wouldn't be in this energy when it comes to thinking about you. It's almost like if they saw the full reality of the situation, I feel like it's almost like they would be immobile. Like they wouldn't be able to move because the gravity of it would hit them so hard that it's almost like this really gorgeous energy that they're feeling about you. They still feel that way, but it would be kind of um, masked. It would feel like that happiness is a mask and that they're actually not happy, even though it's the other way around. So, um, I do want to say this person does have some, there's definitely some physical attraction here. I feel like there are certain times where this person kind of feels like, oh, maybe they should give this a break, maybe they should walk away, maybe this, maybe that. But I feel like there's something about the magnetic pull towards you. And I feel like the physical attraction there, it's like they can't get away from it. I almost want to say, even if they wanted to, hold on for a sec. They seem to be under the impression that they can't get away from this connection, even if they wanted to. I know I just said that. It just feels like so great. So they have these like great feelings for you and great emotions for you, but to you, they're coming across as someone that's very rigid, someone that is, it's almost like they have these concrete boundaries put up. And I feel like they are, it's almost like they're keeping you at arm's length to make sure that you can kind of scale the walls they've built around them. That's what it feels like. I feel like this person, this is the energetics of it, so it might not be the actual situation. It kind of feels like this person is used to defining themselves by what they have, what they own, that kind of material stuff. And I feel like they're having a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that that doesn't seem to be the case for you. And that's not to say that anyone's better or worse than the other person, right? It just feels like they're looking at you almost kind of wondering how you can walk through your daily life the way that you do. It's like a resentment of the freedom that you carry. Whew. Okay. So then the relationship situation, we have the King of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So, of course, we know the King of Wands is a very passionate, um, masculine energy, right? It's the first of the kings. And then, of course, the Nine of Pentacles talks about, um, that's the single, independent, um, but very attractive kind of person. So I just kind of feel like, hold on for a second. Sorry, 1 second. You know what it feels like? I feel like you may have a friend that's close to you that your person is jealous of the relationship that you have with that person. It's almost like, well, why do you talk to that person? Why do you confide in that person? Why do you da 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 da, right? And I mean, number one, you can talk to whoever you want, right? Um, it doesn't feel like they would restrict you from that or anything. I feel like that kind of jealousy or envy, it feels more like this person doesn't understand a way to get that close to you. And so they're looking at this one, trying to figure out what it is that they're doing differently than they are, right? It's almost like this person feels they have to convince whoever this is in order to get close to you. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like there's a gatekeeper here, and your person is trying to appeal to that gatekeeper, but it's like, but they're not doing it in a, it's almost like in a humble way. It kind of feels like this person, this King of Pentacles person, is used to, everybody just getting out of the way, people just moving out of their way so they can move forward. So it's like they came up to the door of your life, metaphorically speaking. And this King of Wands is like, who are you? You're not on the list. So step aside. And this King of Pentacles is like, excuse me? You know what I mean? So it's not like it doesn't feel like a whole lot of animosity. For this one, it feels almost like an indignation. And for this one, this King of Wands actually feels like they are very protective over you. I feel like that's in their nature. That's just who they are. Um, they also seem to feel, hold on, that this King of Pentacles is very controlling. Your person here, it's almost like they're blocking this person more than they would other people, because they feel like this one's coming in just with the intention of controlling you. They seem to, it's like this King of Wands sees this person as someone that would know what to say, what to do to kind of get their hooks into you. Now, that's not to say that this King of Wands thinks that you're, you know, easily manipulated or anything like that. It doesn't feel like that at all. It just feels, it's almost the energy of like, let's say, for example, this person, let's say, okay, we're just going to read the supposed gender on the cards, okay? So that there's two males. So, for example, if you are, it feels like the King of Wands knows the game that the King of Pentacles is trying to play. It's almost like there's this underlying energetic kind of exchange between the two of them. I feel like the King of Pentacles knows. I'm almost hearing like, you can go no further. There seems to be a level of respect between the two of them. I feel like the King of Pentacles they respect the King of Wands enough not to charge right through them, but it's like they're waiting for um, that opportunity to get their foot in the door. It's like if the King of Wands gets up from that throne, you best believe when he gets back, the King of Pentacles is going to own it. It's that type of a thing. So I think we're going to get a advice card. Ah, okay. Hold on for a second here, guys. It's 5 cards. Goodness. Can we get an advice? Four of Pentacles with the Judgment. So the Four of Pentacles usually talks about kind of holding back. Sometimes it can even be being greedy with something. It doesn't mean that you're being greedy with money, or they are. It actually kind of feels that this King of Pentacles energy, at least what I'm picking up right now, they're a consumer, if that makes sense. Like they see something and they want to consume it. They see this, they want to consume. They see that, they want to consume. And I feel like that might be part of the reason that the King of Wands is holding this King of Pentacles off. It's almost like the Wands is, I'm just going to say Wands and Pentacles so I don't have to keep saying King of, because I guess I'm lazy. Anyway. It feels like the King of Wands, Wands sees Pentacles as like they're going to go after the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it's like, and they are going to stand between you being the next thing and then discarded for the next thing with this King of Pentacles. I don't feel like the Wands has completely written this Pentacles off, but I feel like the Pentacles is going to have to prove to this Wands that that's their intention. Their intention is good with you. Their intention is something different before they let their guard down. So I think I'll leave it there, Aries. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.